When was the last time you created something purely from the joy of it, without worrying about the result? I guess the memory is probably distinct. Maybe it was that time you doodled on the edge of your notebook, or maybe once you sang loudly in the shower, not caring if you're in tune. But somehow, as we grew up, something shifted. We were slowly pushed into an abyss by the surroundings that turns everything into a competition. Just as one stereotype said, that the best drawing is the most photography one. According to a 2022 survey by Adobe, 61% of people said that the pressure of being better than others has made them so afraid to create. The effect is real. We stop drawing or painting unless we are sure we can do it right. And before that, we've traded joy for fear. Taking a look at these two classic paintings, which one looks better? Some of you might prefer the powerful horses, while others may be drawn to these soft lilies. But to be honest, there is no right answer to this question. They use completely different techniques, and they come from completely different cultures, just like comparing an apple and a banana. One is soft and fragrant, while the other is crisp and sweet. You can't really say an apple is better than a banana, right? So instead of asking which one is better, which one looks the best, let's just focus on the beauty of each. But somewhere along the way, we still forgot it. Instead of playing, we started judging. Instead of creating, we started comparing. Slowly, we wrapped it in rules and repeated questioning ourselves. Am I doing right? Am I doing something wrong? Because honestly, it feels safer to stay blank than to risk being bad. But today, I want to suggest something radical. What if art isn't just about performance, but about connection? Connection to ourselves. Look around. We are drowning in standards. The perfect body, the perfect job, the perfect profile page, even the perfect life. It's exhausting. And in all that noise, we often lose touch with what we truly feel inside. Psychology tells us something crucial. Our brains often process emotions non-verbally. For example, those deep feelings, traumas, or joys don't always have words. You've probably heard of something called the house tree person test. A therapist just asked someone to draw these 3 simple things: a house, a tree, a person. Sounds pretty easy, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Look at these drawings on the screens. Some trees have roots, some are just a trunk. Some houses have doors, some don't. Some people are smiling, some are just tiny in the corner. From these little differences, therapists can catch a glimpse of feelings that the person themselves might not even be aware that they're carrying. So, when we draw, we are not just making marks on paper. We are drawing maps of our inner world. To really see what I mean, let's put 2 masterpieces side by side. First, the Starry Night from Van Gogh. Look at those swirling, almost violent skies with those blazing stars. He painted this while in a mental asylum, actually. He wasn't just painting what he saw. This was a portrait of what he felt inside. Taking the tangible storm within and giving it an intangible form outside is exactly how art works as a junction that helps to express the secret emotions inside. Now, let's contrast this with George Seurat's A Sunday Afternoon. Look at those tiny, precise dots. It makes me feel calm and peaceful. While Van Gogh spilled his soul onto the canvas, Seurat built a sanctuary out of dots, seeking peace through the perfect structure. 2 totally different souls, 2 totally different expressions. One screams, the other whispers. Get back to my point. Art meets us where we are. The process of making art adapts to the person, not the other way around. Now, I will be honest with you. As someone has been holding brushes since I was little, I never thought I would struggle to create. But a few months ago, I hit a wall. Not just emotionally, but physically. I injured my right hand, super bad. I didn't even have the power to pick up a brush again. I lost my courage. My confidence scribbled. Drawing, the one thing that had always saved me, became impossible for me. Staring at the blank canvas didn't feel inspiring anymore. It felt like putting on a trail. This creative blockage totally confined me. So I did something that felt almost silly for someone like me. I went back to the most basic principle of art, process over product. I put away my brushes, my good papers, my careful plans. I just bought a cheap sketchbook and a child set of crayons. And every day, I would just draw what color I felt. Only color. No form, no techniques, even no drawings. Just one color. Some days, I would press down so hard with a stormy gray. And other days, a flat numb blue. And slowly, a soft yellow would appear. Was I making art? Of course I am. But most importantly, I was letting my feelings out for a walk. In letting go of reaching a specific goal, I finally remembered why I started in the first place. Not to prove anything, but to be with myself. That's the real magic of art. It doesn't judge. There are no wrong answers, it's just you, chatting with your heart, using a language older than words. So here's my invitation to you today. You don't need to be Van Gogh or George Seurat. You don't even have to know how to draw a straight line. I want you to be a little irresponsible with art. Grab some crayons, those childhood weapons of mass creation, and make something that doesn't have to be good. It could be crazy. It could be a mess. It could be a destruction. But why? Because when you engage in this kind of purposeless creation, you might just tap into a state called flow, that timeless, joyful immersion where you forget to judge yourself. And in that imperfect scribble, you might just meet the most perfect part of yourself that knows how to play, how to feel, and how to be free. Remember, the greatest masterpiece you'll ever create won't hang in a museum. It's the confident, authentic you that steps forwards when you finally dare to create. Thank you. Now go and make something that only you can understand.